Hey guys, what's going on? SE Rocks here with the debut edition of RoxXx Retro Review, where we're going to review old movies, old video games, maybe old toys, I don't know, just old stuff from our childhood that brings back nostalgic memories and that we enjoyed. Maybe we'll do some that we didn't really enjoy. The doc might be in on a few of these, probably just me, so I can put some out more often. For the debut edition, I wasn't sure what I wanted to go with, if I wanted to do a classic or a horror movie or, whatever. I decided to go with something that's classic to me, one of my favorite top 3 films ever. Got the Monster Squad right here. Check that bad boy out.
Who to call when you have ghosts. But who do you call when you have monsters?
We're the Monster Squad.
What's a squad? It's like Miami Vice, I think.
They're young and inexperienced.
Naughty virgin.
They're a bit disorganized.
Monsters are not real.
We don't know that, sir.
2,000-year-old dead guys do not get up and walk away by themselves.
But when strange things start happening in town...
There's a monster in my closet.
Whoa! Look at that big, scary monster!
What's happening?
You wait till a werewolf.
Silver bullet?
They're the only ones ready to do battle.
Something's out there that's killing people. And if it's monsters, nobody's gonna do a thing about it but us.
Soon the creatures of the night shall rule the world.
Real monsters? Us? Midnight. In the world, remember? Maybe we can be like Mask Squad instead, Do mask bombs.
We got 1035. Stick back up. Hurry up!
Or Nature Squad. The book is right. Don't you think it's all true?
By midnight,
You guys!
they won't seem so young anymore. The Monster Squad.
Wolfman's gone mad.
Came out in 1987, directed and written by Fred Decker, who also directed RoboCop 3 and Night of the Creeps. RoboCop 3 kind of diminished his career. It was kind of downhill from there. When this came out, it was kind of everybody said it was a Goonies ripoff. In my eyes, I don't think so as much. Besides there being a group of kids on an adventure, I don't see that as a ripoff. I mean, if you're going to say that's a ripoff, then Goonies is a ripoff of Stand By Me. I mean, that's basically how I feel about it. It's completely different context. I really enjoyed this film when I first seen it. Gosh, I don't know. I was probably 12 or 13 maybe. I think I seen it at my aunt and uncle's house. They had it on VHS. I remember I borrowed it so often that it actually broke the tape on the VHS, which was a bummer. Everything about this film, I'm gonna try to find some negatives on it, but I'm like off the top of my head right now I can't. So maybe as I go along, the actors in this film, the child actors, I think honestly were better than the actors in the Goonies. Corey Feldman, I've been watching a lot of older films lately, and Corey Feldman as a child actor is terrible. I don't know how he got so many gigs. Like, he was horrible in Friday the 13th. He was horrible in Gremlins. He just wasn't good. Andre Gower plays the main character Sean in this film, and totally surpasses anything Corey Feldman did. Sean Astin was decent in Goonies. I don't know. I like this group of kids better. The adult actors in this film, on the other hand, aren't that great. Not the monsters. The monsters are awesome, but like Sean's parents are meh, not that great. There's Scary German guy. He's okay. For what the film is, the acting is really good. I mean, you're not gonna see anything terrible that you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I gotta turn this flick off. You know what I mean? The music, I really enjoy the music in this film. I was never able to find the actual songs from the film. I've Googled it. I haven't done it in a while. Maybe it'll be there if I check now. But the main song in the like the climax of the film, where they're going to make their weapons and stuff to fight the monsters. I can't remember even who sung it. I think I looked it up once and found it, but it's like gotta get up, got work to do is like the beginning of it. It's got this really cool like energetic beat. Really enjoy that. The song at the end credits is really good. Just decent music for what the film is. I was really surprised. It fits the film perfectly, which I'm sure it was written for. At least the credit song was written for the film. A quick rundown of the plot is Dracula comes back to life. He's looking for the amulet, so he brings this cast of characters back, which is cool because it's all the old Universal monsters, which they had to change the coloring and stuff of the monsters so Universal wouldn't sue them because they didn't have the rights to any of it. So the colors are a little bit different. The names, obviously, besides Dracula and Frankenstein, I think they call the creature Gillman, I think. They just had to do little things so they could bring them all in, which was awesome seeing them all together. If you're a fan of all the old horror films, Frankenstein, The Mummy, Dracula, like they're all here. It's really good. The werewolf transformation in this film, although it's very short, I think personally, I've seen a few werewolf films. Werewolf aren't my favorite film with the monsters in them, but everybody always says that the werewolf transformation in An American Werewolf in London is one of the best ever, and I think that's not very good. I think it's because it's on screen so much that you see so much of it happening that it's overkill for me. I don't enjoy it. There's the scene in here where the man transforms into the werewolf. It's really brief, but it's really well done. I really enjoy it. So it's one of the favorite transformation scenes of a werewolf I've ever seen. I'm sure I could get some hate on that one, but that's my opinion, and that's why this is my show. A lot of catchy lines in this film, too. I know one that everybody will know is Wolfman got nards. Kick him in the nards, kick him in the nards. Wolfman doesn't have nards is awesome. That's a funny, like, as a kid, it was hilarious because you're like, oh my god, he said nards or whatever. It's still funny. Great line. When Frankenstein says bogus, fat kid farted. There's just a whole bunch of like quotable lines from this film, which makes it fun. As a child or an adult, I don't know. I had a few other things I wanted to touch on, but I didn't write them down. It's the debut, so cut me some slack. But there's Sean, played by Andrew Gower. I got a quick story about Andrew Gower. Back in the MySpace days, the youngins ain't gonna know about that, but us older folk do. They had this competition going on this horror. I think it was a website and a magazine at the time, and it was like old horror icons versus new horror icons, and it was like this whole tournament thing going on. You'd have an older guy versus a newer guy. Well, I used to like share the crap out of it on MySpace because Andre Gower was in it from Monster Squad, and he would take on people. So I would I would share the crap out of it, trying to get people to vote for him. He made it all the way through to the end. It was like I think a 4-tier tournament. Made it all the way to the end, and he was against the guy from Twilight. I don't know his actor's name, and I don't know the name of the character, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So it was him versus Twilight, and this was like the height of Twilight. Like everybody loved, all the females and the younger kids loved Twilight. So like him versus Andre Gower, who not a whole lot of people might have known. Again, shared the crap out of it. He ended up winning. He blew away. Pattinson is maybe his name. I think that rings a bell. Anyways, blew him away. So he ended up emailing me on MySpace saying, it's awesome to see that somebody holds this as dear to their heart as you do. Thanks for all the help. Just a really nice, it was like a 4-paragraph email. And I was like, oh man, this is so awesome. Like one of my childhood heroes, Sean from Monster Squad, emailed me. We had back and forth emails for probably a couple months, dropped off. And I hate that MySpace, I had it archived. It's gone now. Nobody will believe that he ever emailed me. but he did. So yeah, that was really cool. I mean, I still get hyped talking about it now because like Andre Gower and me like had, you know, conversations, and he appreciated the fact that like I remembered it and that like I was, you know, go check out this movie. It's really good, which is another reason why I did this one as my debut edition, because I really enjoy this film. I know I watched it with Lil Dre quite a few times. If you have little children and you are politically correct, they do use a few terms in this film that you probably won't be happy with. But in the late 80s, these terms weren't thrown around like they are nowadays. I won't get all political on this, but yeah, just watch it. It's a great family film, good holiday film. Always watch it around Halloween. The guy who played Horace, fat kid, which, God, can't say that stuff anymore. He passed away in, I think, 1997, so that's to you, Horace. I can't remember his name, per se. I had it written down. My notes got all screwed up. Not that you guys care, but it's important to me. Oh, Brett Shalem played Horace, died in 1997. Also, Ryan Lambert played Rudy. Rudy was like the hardcore, just rebel type, wore the leather and stuff. At the beginning of the movie, you don't really care for his character, and then he comes in and, you start to like him. Yeah, it's just a really good film. Check it out if you haven't. Actually, on this version here, there's probably like 8 more since this one came out. There's 2 discs, and one of them has interviews with the cast. And Frankenstein is a total douchebag. Like, I guess nobody liked him while they were filming, and like even in the interviews you watch, you're like, man, he's kind of a dick. So it's fun to watch. They interview most of the cast. They have some behind the scenes type stuff. So it's cool to check out if you're a fan of the film or something new you want to check out. Definitely. Not sure if you can find it in the video store. It's an older film. I don't think I've ever seen it in the video store, but it's gained popularity most definitely over like probably the last 10 or 15 years. It's kind of a cult classic, I would say. Always been a classic to me. I've always enjoyed the film. Yeah, check it out with your kids. Sit around the TV, watch a decent movie, have a movie night. SE Rocks giving you some parenting tips or whatever. Don't listen to me. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to bust out 1 or 2 of these a month. Halloween's next month, so we'll get hopefully a few of them out next month. Like them, comment, share, subscribe. If you're watching these, thank you for watching them. I enjoy putting them together. I know the editing and the video and audio sucks most of the time, but our equipment isn't the best, and I try to put them together as quick as I can. It's hard with a semi-busy life. So, yeah, subscribe, like, share, comment anything. If you like these videos, if there's any movies you want me to watch that maybe I haven't watched, I would love to listen to what you guys have. Share something with me that, I haven't checked out or you think I might not have checked out. I'm open to everything. I'm kind of looking for stuff right now to watch because I've watched a lot. And it's always nice to have somebody recommend something and then you go back and watch it and you're like, oh, yes, thank you so much. So, yeah, thanks for checking it out, guys. SE Rocks, RoxXx Retro Reviews. Keep looking for them. We're out.